Namaste, I'm going to read Volume 2, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 5. Chapter 40, Shankachuda is slain. In the Shiva Puran, Vakrutam Makaya Suryakuti Samapana, Yinabagadam Bhavya Savakash. Mekarantaya Vidmi Vakrutam. Yadevi Sarva, Shukadyara message. Om Guru Brahma Vishnu Sakshat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sanat Kumara said, on seeing the important and major portion of his army killed, including heroes as dear to him as his life, the Danava became very furious. He spoke to Shiva, I am here standing ready. Be steady in the battle. What is it to me if these are killed? Fight me standing face to face. The sage, after saying this and resolving resolutely, the king of Danavas stood ready facing Shiva. The Danava hurled divine missiles at him and showered arrows like the cloud pouring rain. He exhibited various kinds of deceptive measures, invincible and inscrutable, to all the excellent gods and gunas, and terrifying as well. On seeing that, Shiva sportively discharged the excessively divine Maheshvara missiles that destroy all illusions. All the illusions were quelled rapidly by its brilliance. Though they were divine missiles, they became divested of their brilliance. Then in the battle, the powerful Lord Shiva suddenly seized his trident, which could not be withstood even by brilliant persons, in order to slay him. In order to prevent him then, an unembodied celestial voice said, O Shiva, do not hurl the trident now. Please listen to this request. O Shiva, by all means, you are competent to destroy the entire universe in a thrice. What doubt then in regard to a single Danava, Shankachuda? Still, the limit imposed by the Vedas should not be disregarded by you, the Lord. O great God, listen to that. Make it truthful and fruitful. O Lord Shiva, it has been mentioned by Brahma that as long as he wears the armor of Vishnu, and as long as his wife maintains the marital fidelity, Shankachuda has neither death nor old age. Please make those words truthful. On hearing the celestial voice, Shiva said, so be it. Vishnu came there at the wish of Shiva. Shiva, who is the goal of the good, commanded him. Then, in the guise of an old Brahmin, Vishnu, the foremost of those who wield magic, approached Shankachuda and told him. The aged Brahmin said, O Lord of Danavas, give me the alms for which I have come to you. I shall not say openly what I wish to have from you, who are favorably disposed to the distressed. I shall tell you when you have promised me first. With face and eyes indicating pleasure, the king replied affirmatively. Then the deceptive Vishnu in the form of Brahman said, I am the suppliant of your armor. On hearing that, the Lord of Danavas, as well a well-wisher of the Brahmins and of truthful word, handed over the divine armor, his vital breath, to the Brahmin. Vishnu thus snatched off his armor by means of deception. Then, in the guise of Shankachuda, Vishnu approached Tulasi. Lord Vishnu, an expert in wielding magic, went there and disposed his semen in the vaginal passage for the protection of gods. In the meantime, the Lord of Danavas approached Shiva without the armor. He took up his trident that blazed to slay Shankachuda. The trident named Vijaya of Shiva, the great Atman, shone illuminating heaven and earth. It was as refulgent as a crore midday suns, and as fierce as the shooting flame of fire at the time of dissolution. It can neither be prevented nor withstood. It was never ineffective in destroying enemies. It had a fierce halo all round. It was the best of all weapons and missiles. It was unbearable to gods and asuras. It was terrible to all. In order to annihilate the whole cosmos sportively, all brilliance had converged into it. It was 1,000 dhanus in length and 100 hastas in width. It was in the form of individual as well as universal soul. It was eternal and uncreated. The trident whirling round over the head of Shankachuda for a while fell on the head of the Danava at the behest of Shiva and reduced him to ashes. O Brahmin, then it rapidly returned to Shiva, and having finished its work, went away by the aerial path with the speed of the mind. The Dundubis were sounded in the heavens. Gandharvas and Kinnaras sang. The sages and the gods eulogized, and the celestial damsels danced. A continuous shower of flowers fell over Shiva. Vishnu, Brahma, Indra, of the gods and sages praised him. Shankachuda, the king of Danavas, was released from his curse by the favor of Shiva. He regained his original form. All the conchs in the world are formed of the bones of Shankachuda, except for Shiva. The holy water from the conch is sacred for everyone. O great sage, particularly to Vishnu and Lakshmi, the water from the conch is pleasant. To all persons connected with Vishnu, it is so, but not to Shiva. After slaying him, thus, Shiva went to Shivaloka, seated on his bull, joyously accompanied by Parvati, Kartikeya, and the Ganas. Vishnu went to Vaikunta. Krishna became complacent. The gods went to their abodes with great delight. The universe regained normalcy. The whole earth was freed of obstacles. The sky was pure. The whole world became auspicious. Thus I have narrated to you the delightful story of Lord Shiva that removes all misery, yields wealth, and fulfills cherished desires. It is conducive to prosperity and longevity. It prevents all obstacles. It yields worldly pleasure and salvation. It confers the fruits of all cherished desires. The intelligent man who hears or narrates the story of the moon-crested Lord, or reads or teaches, it shall undoubtedly derive wealth, grains, progeny, happiness, all desires, and particularly devotion to Shiva. This narrative is unequaled. It destroys all torments. It generates great knowledge. It increases devotion to Shiva. The Brahmin listener attains Brahmanical splendor. The Kshatriya becomes a conqueror. The Vaishya, rich, and the Sudra, the most excellent of men. Footnotes. There's no footnotes in this chapter. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Prananatam Vyumveshwanatam Jagannatanatam Saranantapacham Buddhipidam Veshwaram Bhutanatam Shipam Shankaram Shambhumeshan Vide Om Kapura Gauram Karanavartaram Sansarasaram Jagendraharam Sadavasantam Hridyar Vindebavam Bhavami Saitam Bhavami Om Namo Bhagavati Pate Hara 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 Mahadev Mujum Samburo Samtrambaka Mejame Sugandam Pushti Varadam Urvara Kimikubandram Minuchokshamam Tatam Swaha Sajam Jenti Makalakali Pudrakali Mata Chiptatma, Manusha Chasakatma, Vidya Dravidam, Hari Om Tat Sat.